What is up, my chaotic crew? It is I, Bentley Michaels. Hey, coming at you with Solo Bolo Week 2, and it's Riff time, baby. Hey, special announcement. There's going to be 2 weeks of Riff because I can't stop talking, and Alex can't stop talking, and together we can't stop talking. And also, I did the math wrong and on the calendar stuff, and so I need to split them up. However, there's going to be a very special this Thursday Metagame Minute. But then after that, one of my favorite parts, you're going to hear about it in the Metagame Minute on Thursday. Ooh, tantalizing. Tune in Thursday. But until then, enjoy this Solo Bolo Sincolo Riff Olo.
In a vast landscape full of adventurers, you are now listening to the world of chaotic amateurs.
Welcome to Chaotic Amateurs, the internet's #1 D&D 5e play podcast. I'm your host and DM, Alex. With me today, I have
Bentley Michaels as Referian Night Meadow.
Last we left our adventurer, they were facing off against the ironbound aboleth in the basement of the Chateau de Magnus. Let the adventure begin.
Yes! You know what? Me too.
Oh, I've been needing that.
Hold on. Here comes my drinking Foley. Never took one drink. All right, here we go.
Sounded like you took medium damage.
Like Streets of Rage?
Yeah.
Oh, I need a chicken leg. We're already off the rails.
Yeah.
This is the best.
Referian. Last you remember, you were facing off against the ironbound aboleth. You and your cohorts were in the basement. You were attacking it, and this wave of psychic energy washes over all of you as you fall unconscious. Black, nothing. Until you wake up. And above is a nice blue sky, fluffy white clouds hang in the air. And all across what you see is well-kept landscape. Green grass, bushes, flowers. Goes off into fountains and trees. And beyond that, the walls of this massive courtyard that you're in. These stone walls and towers peek up all around you. And you know that you are in the courtyard of the castle of Javiel. You don't know how you know that, but you know that. And that sense of urgency in destroying this aboleth, this ironbound creature, it's there, but just in the back of your mind. Instead, what you're focused on is the fact that you're hiding in the bushes. You know you're hiding from someone. You know it's someone you're hiding from. One of your friends. And you look across and you see behind one of the trees is another one of your friends. And they're hiding too. And another one up in one of the trees off to the other side there. And you can't see, you know there's another one that should be hiding, but they seem to be doing well. You don't see them. And then across the yard, you see your friend that's coming towards you. Coming towards this area. Syrah is their name. You know their name and you're not sure why. Syrah. But they're the one trying to find all of you. You realize you're playing a game. Some sort of hide-and-seek game. What do you do?
Well, as long as I know I'm playing the game, then I would, I'd keep crouched. I'd probably have like a little bit of a smirk on my face. I feel probably pretty well hidden. And, I'm gonna keep hiding, and Actually, no. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to I don't know if this person can even do this, but I'm going to try to throw my voice to see if I can get him to go off in another.
Okay. I need a check from you. I don't know what you want to make, but performance would make sense.
Yeah, I was
Deception.
thinking performance.
Yeah, give me a check.
Ooh, 14.
14. Not bad. Yeah, you in a with the help of a bit of illusion magic, even you just kind of carry your voice on the wind a little bit.
I think I have a spell for that.
Yeah, you do.
Oh no, you fucked up.
Oh, I know you. I know what you can do. But you do. The voice kind of carries, and you see off to your left.
I'm going old school.
Sue kind of looks at you with just a furrowed brow, seeing what you've done, and you see Syrah heading off towards them.
Yes.
And they start kind of poking around the tree that they're hiding behind and catch a little bit of them as they begin running. Let's see what happens.
I do that very quietly under my breath.
And Syrah grabs Sue and tags them. They've been out of the round. It's still you and two others hiding.
Okay, good.
What do you want to do?
Is that person who's searching? Would it if I wanted to move or something like that? Would they be able to see me directly, or are we checking?
They're looking around, so you can kind of take your moment to try and hide. There's a number of things nearby. I
think I want to reposition myself because I would feel that even if I did the sort of bird call thing and since it's my friend, they know my antics.
Sure.
They know my chicanery. So I'm going to try to stealthily dash somewhere else.
Okay, yeah. And hide. You are the closest to Syrah. And the other two are kind of further away. So you're the closest to the one trying to find you all. So give me a stealth check.
Yes.
Oh. What do we got?
21.
21. Oh, yeah. You move like a shadow.
Yes.
Let me see. I don't even think the other two see you. They don't, and they don't. Yeah, you move. There's a number of things to hide behind. You could hide up in a tree, one of the bushes behind the other two. There's a nearby fountain that you could hide behind. How are you looking to obscure yourself?
I would say whatever's biggest, because I was just in some foliage, so whatever. I think the fountain is kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah, it's probably the biggest.
The fountain.
And then there's a tree that's much taller, but not quite as wide.
Yeah, let's do the fountain, and and I'll play the peekaboo game just to kind of figure it out, and then also it makes me think of if the person does come over, I can do a Looney Tunes and we can walk around, do the old Scooby Doo.
Mm-hmm. All right, you watch as Syrah goes after the other two, kind of looking around the bushes, grabs Bale, tags them out that was hiding behind the tree, and you see another one of them, Grumble, dash towards you when this happens, trying to use this kind of distraction of the other one being caught to
stealing my moves.
Yeah, is going towards you. But is seen. And so now,
you fool,
Syrah is chasing after Grumble, who is going towards you. And you can kind of see all this through the water that's kind of flowing,
cascading
down. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, so they're both coming we'll use me and you. Mm-hmm. So we'll say they're coming up my driveway. I'm where I am. Mm-hmm. They're coming up my driveway towards me, type of thing.
Yep.
I'm going to use silent image and cast myself running off west.
Oh.
To see if I can distract them.
Okay. Yeah. So Syrah sees Grumble running, but then sees this illusion kind of dart past.
Yeah.
And is a closer target for him, and so starts chasing after.
So then is their back to me now?
Their focus is on this other thing.
Okay,
yes.
great. So I'm gonna go east or whatever. I'm thinking north, south, east, west, like as I'm looking at you. So I'm gonna go to my right. Then that's probably easier.
Yeah.
Go to my right and see if I can find like a tree or something that would have been over there to hide, and leave my bozo idiot friend as I run by. I'm like, don't follow me, you jerk. I'm gonna win.
He kind of like is running past you and still likes the idea of hiding behind the fountain. He's like, "Hey, what? I'm just."
Yeah, all right.
And you kind of just pass right back past him. Give me another stealth check to hide where in these bushes, these rose bushes that you're trying to hide in.
It's all going so well. Crit fail.
Oh, 1. I'm so glad I said
it's
rose
like
bushes.
The fucking rose bushes.
Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, yeah. Face first. You take a point of piercing damage.
Yeah.
Nothing more than that. You draws a little bit of blood. That's fine. Grumble just erupts in laughter with this, just thinking it's the funniest thing.
I stand up and I try to brush my. I was like, shut up, Grumble. I don't want to play anymore.
And Syrah sees both of you now. The illusion kind of dissipates as you lose distance on it. And
with thorn bush to my face damage.
Yeah. And you all kind of like exchange glances as this is happening. Looks at you, Syrah looks at you, looks at Grumble, and looks over off to your right. And you see there's a couple of stones that are stacked. Mm-hmm. And you know that's where you have to get before they can tag you out. And so, you know what? Let's roll initiative right now. This is everyone just trying to like see what they're going to do and who acts first.
15.
Okay. Oh.
I hate you already.
Grumble goes first.
Oh, Grumble.
And just makes a dash towards it.
You rejective Snow White dwarf.
Gets probably about a third of the way there, which is about how far you are. So you and him are neck and neck.
Forest. Like, well, we've got the 7 dwarfs. We got Grumble, and we've got Titter, and we've got Winky, and sorry. Anyway.
But you're up next. You're quicker than Syrah.
Heck yeah! All right. What do you want me to do?
That's a good question. What do you want to do?
I want to run. I want to try
and make it towards that.
Yeah, and then if I can, just because I'm a little cheater, I want to try to trip Grumble as I run by him.
Okay. How do you want to just physically trip him?
Let's see here. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I would probably, because I'm assuming like I'm a little kid-ish. Based off
seems
of what
like
we're
it.
doing. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So like I feel, especially if Riff is experiencing this,
yeah,
and these memories right there, like Riff is only going to think as Riff would, which is, she's in the peak of condition. And so she's like, oh, I'm faster than this idiot. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to catch up. And as I catch up, I'm going to do that classic where like you kick the one leg with you, like
sure
to try to like trip him up or whatever.
Yeah. So
but keep on going.
Let's do an opposed athletics contest.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. 6 from Grumble.
9.
Wow. Yeah, you race past, trip Grumble.
Take that, Grumble,
and make your way towards the thing. You've got, just one more turn and you'll get to it.
I'm gonna win.
It's Syrah's turn. Sees Grumble, sees you. You're the target.
Suck it, Syrah!
And so
throw the fucking lightning bolt
is going to going after you, is going to make just a dash towards it. And so you're about, I would say, neck and neck. And so let's do an acrobatics contest to see who gets there first.
Oh, bud.
18 plus 5. 23, right?
2 plus 2, 4.
Yes!
You easily make it. As they kind of trip and fall and kind of slide towards you, you grab the rock and declare victory.
I am the victor.
Grumble kind of gets up. Syrah, goes and tags them out. It's easy enough for them to do. But you are the hide-and-seek champion of the Javiel courtyard.
Yeah. I'm doing this myself.
And you hear this...
Yeah, slow clap. Get
this
that slow clap started.
little clap from behind you, and you hear, Alister, have you won again?
I turn around. Who am I looking at?
And you turn around and you see your mother. But it's not your mother. It's not Riff's mother. You see
Alister's mom.
Alister's mom. And you recognize them. Oh, no. Oh, no. I thought I remembered her name, but I don't. I remember the other mother's name, Agnes, not the sister's name, which I don't have with me, which is important. Can I make one quick call?
Yeah, we'll pause. Put it on speaker. Tell him he's on speakerphone. And tell him why.
Yeah, okay.
Hold it right up to the orange part. Come on, Milo. Pick up.
Hey there, Milo. This is Alex. I'm doing Bentley's one-on-one here, and I've got a question for you. I'm actually recording this as well because I forgot a note that is important for this, and I'm wondering if you know.
Okay.
So I need the name of the youngest daughter of the Magnus family.
The name of the youngest daughter, and I do have that in my notes.
I thought you would.
Yeah, Milo!
I thought I remembered it, but I remember the mom's name, which is Agnes.
I want to say something like Meg, or
I thought it was an M, yeah, but I don't know.
I know I had it in my notes. I remember looking at all of the brothers and sisters' names.
Yeah, I remember. When we did yours, you had Baron's name there, and so I'm like, oh, I bet she's got the sister's name too. Because my main notes are sitting in the room I do the podcast in, the recording. But I can't have you go look at those.
I could go look real quick.
No, it's cool if you just don't look at those notes. There's secret information.
We're all dead. I got Gene.
Gene, thank you. It is Gene.
Yeah!
All right, Milo, thank you so much.
You're a hero.
Bye. Okay, where was I?
My mom, Jean, is behind me slow clapping me.
Yes, you, Rafarian, notice or recognize Jean, the youngest
Alister.
Sibling, the youngest child of the Magnus family, is there. A little older than what the portrait had her as, but it's her nonetheless. This, long, orange and brown hair. She is dressed as a noble would be. You see a number of buttons on her clothes, jewelry that she's wearing. Looks like some protective charms that you kind of recognize. And she kind of finishes clapping and says, "Your training is coming along. You are doing just so well over here. I am so pleased to watch you grow. Thank you, children. I have to take young Alister here. We've got some errands to run. But he'll be back, don't worry. And you begin making your way across the courtyard.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Bye. Bye, Alister. Bye, Alister.
Bye, Alister.
They all wave goodbye as you begin walking the grounds towards the kind of southeast corner of the courtyard. And your mom begins talking. She says, it seems your uncle has sent us a little gift. We're going to go pick it up and see what they've brought. I'm kind of excited. We haven't gotten anything from... Well, I'm not sure if it's from Gaston or Bjorn, but either would be welcome. How have you been doing? Having fun with the children?
Yeah. I was out there kicking butt. I was hiding in this bush, and then I was like, "Hey, what if I went and hid behind the fountain?" And then the stupid fat guy over there, or whatever his name, he was like, "Oh, I'm going to hide behind the fountain too." I was like, "Screw you!" So then I sent out a silent image to distract a Sira, or I forget how my friend's name is said, and then they went off in the other direction, and then I went off, but then I tripped into some thorn bushes face first, and that sucked. But as you saw, I came out on top. So all in all, pretty good day thus far.
Good. It sounds like you are strategizing well, keeping an eye on things. But remember, even pretty things do have thorns, so be careful when you're choosing where to keep hidden. The more comfortable you can be is often better.
Oh, why's that?
Well, if you're going to stay hidden for a long time, you should make sure that you're taken care of while you're there, so that your mind is free to analyze what you're going to be doing, to keep a lookout on the things happening. If you're always worried about some sort of uncomfortable position, then you can't focus on what needs to be focused on.
Right. That makes sense.
Every day we learn a little bit more.
Every day I'm hustling. All right. Thanks, Mom. That's good advice.
And you make your way to this section of the courtyard wall. There's just dozens of kind of these stone towers that rise up of different heights and shapes, each kind of with a top that's pointed, like a cone on the top with different colors. You see flags streaming along that are just long flags, and you approach not the main section here, but this larger building kind of off to the side, shorter than the rest. Looks to be some sort of utility building. You're just right this way.
All right.
And you make your way into a large, looks to be warehouse. You're on the top floor here, and it kind of descends down into the ground. And for hundreds of feet back, there are just boxes and boxes of things. Some of them are brought out. There you see some people kind of looking over some of them. There seems to be some commotion from, halfway down where some of the bigger doors are. But you are on this top floor looking over on this, and you are greeted by two well-groomed elves that approach with their light blue and silver robes, and they say, yes. Lady Magnus Rybang, we are so glad you're here. You have a package that has been delivered here, and hands your mother a note or a letter that she undoes, takes the seal off, and begins to read. And it's from your Uncle Gaston. It says, I say, my dear sister, it seems your brother has incurred a debt on the family that is going to be rather troublesome. I have brought it to you because we are hoping to send it into the dungeon, but it is proving more troublesome than I had thought it would be. If you could please take it to the family in the West, have them perform some more powerful enchantments upon it, so that we may seal it away in the dungeon permanently. I do hope that you'll be back to see the home before we all leave. And I do wish to see my nephew. I've attached some gold, your stipend from the family, and a little extra to get you to the west. Please, if you would do this for me, I would be most indebted. And I'm sure your brother Bairn would be as well. Signed, Gaston. She kind of reads it aloud. Everyone, you hear it as well. And she says, I see. Well, not the present I was hoping for, my little lord, but something interesting, I'm sure. And she takes the little bit of gold that was given and hands it to you and says, your allowance. Don't go spending it all in one place.
No. How much is it?
She gives you a bag of gold, and it's 50 gold.
Ooh.
That she just gives to you. It's the money that came from Gaston.
Yeah, Gaston. Uncle Gaston hooking it up, huh, Ma? Yeah, this is great.
Oh, yes, He does like to try and make sure we're all taken care of, but...
What do you think that thing is that they're talking about, like, send it to the family in the West? What that sounds crazy.
Oh, there's a family out to the west, in a small valley. We have done business with them before. They're very good people. They intern the dead and make sure they do not come back. It is a point of pride for them. So,
like necromancy stuff, Mom? Is it necromancy stuff? Do you guys know necromancers?
And she kind of looks at the two elves and says, "Oh, we deal with necromancers how the kingdom of Javiel sees fit. These people know, not necromancers. They are protectors against things like that. Make sure the dead do not walk again."
What do you think Uncle Gaston was sending over? But what was the thing that he was sending?
And you see the two elves. So one of them kind of points off in the direction and says, "The package has arrived."
Oh, awesome!
And
where
we're
is it?
hoping.
I want to see it.
We're hoping that you will get rid of it quickly.
Yeah.
It is causing us some issues.
No problem. High five, elf.
And the elf just kind of looks down at you.
All right, that's cool.
And your
Mom, can we go see it? Let's go see it.
Yes, of course. And you are kind of brought to the stairs. You're just there in this kind of next moment, and you see in front of you being unloaded this giant chest with massive iron chains around it.
It's like the raptor thing in the first Jurassic Park.
Exactly. But you do recognize it as the thing that held the aboleth, the iron-bound aboleth.
And it's the iron-bound aboleth thing.
There's a wizard that's just concentrating on a spell, just standing with it. As
I'm going to sit quietly, because as soon as I see that sort of stuff, like that super focuses me, and I'm super interested. I just want to take everything in.
Give me an Arcana check.
All right. As a young caster, this piques my interest.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, natural 20, bud.
Oh, natural 20. What's the total then?
Oh, our 24.
24. Nice. Looking at it, you can tell that the wizard is concentrating on some sort of spell that is keeping this thing contained. It's not moving, but you can tell that the spell is keeping that from happening. If this wizard wasn't doing that, then
It'd be a world of shit.
Something would be happening.
Yeah.
So you get a sense of that. You understand that the chest itself is magical, and most likely the chains are too. You can see them ever so slightly just tighten ever so often.
Oh.
So yeah,
I'm super intrigued.
Yeah.
Alister is 100% down.
They begin loading it onto a wagon that's being pulled by two horses. And
is that wizard doing like any sort of hand movements, any sort of...
It looks like ever so often he has to refocus, and there's a new hand movement that accompanies with it. But it's just holding out this staff.
I'm kind of like mimicking it, like not that he's not doing anything. Like I'm not trying to like help him in any way, but I'm kind of like I'm very cognizant to like not point my hand towards it, but I'm kind of like just watching his posture and
sure.
As a young caster, I'm like watching him, trying to like soak up anything I can get from him.
And you see your mother just kind of looks down with a smile and nods in improvement. He's like, good. But they loaded onto this wagon, and you see the wizard drop the spell. The thing shakes as this happens, and those same two elves kind of come up to it and place two little black marbles onto the chest.
Oh, that's interesting.
And it calms down a little bit. It still shakes a bit, but not as much as it did initially.
Wow.
They say, this will make sure, for at least the immediate future, that nothing goes wrong.
Mm-hmm.
We hope, Lady Magnus Rybang, that this does not return to the Castle Javiel and is brought out of the nation as quick as possible.
As a young lord, I 100% guarantee that is what's going to happen. Right, Mom? Yeah, she knows what's happening. She says,
yes, of course, we will deal with this. Do not worry. It will be handled.
And is the wizard doesn't look like engaged anymore? Like I would, as a young caster, know that like, okay, he's cool to talk to now.
Yeah, he's kind of like he's going through all his things, making sure everything's set.
All right, I'm gonna like stroll up to him and be like, "Hey, man, hi, I'm Alister.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah,
young Lord. What are we?
Oh, you can just call me Alister. It's all cool.
Yes.
Yeah. So, like, I'm a young caster. I'm learning magic. I did like a silent image earlier. Like I confused my friend. We were playing hide and seek, and it's not a big deal.
Some illusion magic.
Yeah. I like that sort of stuff. But I was noticing the hand moves. Well, I mean, like I'm training, so it's like I want to be like, I want to be sneaky. So I was like, using it in like in like if it were an adventure scenario, like that's how I like to train. Just right there in the moment. Also, I'm a kid, but I was watching you. What was that thing you were doing? Because like I puff out my chest and like I get into the form he was doing. I was like, and I kind of like start doing the hand motion. I was like, what spell were you doing? Because like I was watching it and like I could really see that you were containing whatever it was in that body. It was so awesome.
He kind of looks down at you and says, I was performing a intricate spell to make sure whatever is in that chest does not harm anyone here in the castle.
That's awesome.
Yeah, what I deal with is high-level magics of the arcane. To teach or even begin to describe such a thing to a caster that uses their magics for sneaking around or adventure would be a waste of my time. If you wish to learn proper magic, perhaps you should train in one of the fine schools that Javiel has to offer. I myself am the Archmage at the Academy Raclet.
No kidding. Mom!
Yes, Alister?
This guy's Archmage of the Academy Racelet, or what was it? Raclet. And he says that I'm being a silly goose trying to do hide and seek with my magic. Can I go train with him? Please, I want to go train with him. It'd be so awesome. I could be like this powerful wizard, and then it's like I help the family, and you don't have to pay anyone. You just,
Perhaps when you are a bit older and more studied in the magics, you may attend.
All right. Hey,
that
Mr.
is a
Mr.
good
Archmage.
idea, though.
Thanks, Mom. Mr. Archmage, real quick.
Yes.
What could I do as a young caster to really focus myself to get on, to put myself on the right path to get on your level?
When I was your age, I studied arcane tomes, learning all of the spells I could.
Right.
Not merely learning how to cast them, but learning why they work. Learning how they work.
That's so smart.
If you can understand the foundations before you even pick up a wand, then you will be all the stronger for it.
That's really good advice. I'm gonna heed your words.
This world holds many secrets. It is up to our minds to uncover them.
Yeah, I keep a magic journal just because like my brain's kind of like all over the place, you know, and so it's like anytime I learn something new, I write it down. It's like a recipe book, but for magic.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Continue with that.
Yes.
And when you tell him about this journal that you keep, that part of your mind has to be kind of kept elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You see a knowing kind of look in his eyes. He does the same.
Nice. Cool. Hey, high five, wizard guy.
Good to meet you. And
Well,
he walks
fair
off.
enough. Fair enough. Mom, no one likes to high five. Is it a youth thing?
And she kind of holds up her hand.
All right, Mom, high five you.
There we
Five.
are. I don't know. Some of the people here are a bit, she kind of leans in close, stuck up. Something's usually up their rear ends.
Yeah, the stick up the bobo.
Yes. And you hop on the wagon and are now making your way away from the castle, away from the capital.
To ask him what those stones they put on the thing was. Darn it! Oh, my crazy brain. All right.
And so you begin traveling. Your mother tells you it's going to be about 2 weeks before you get there. And the first couple days...
Are we there yet?
how long do you say that for?
Are we there yet?
Just once an hour. It's just...
Yeah.
And she lets you know how long it's going to be and what to look out for while you're doing it.
Has it been a week yet? Are we there yet?
Taking this time to every moment is some training for you, and you realize that she's training you in the ways most likely of hunting monsters, like she has done before.
I keep another journal, which is just my thoughts journal, not my magic journal, and I want to write down all of these things. Like Mom's crazy, but a lot of the stuff she's talking about, if it's real, sounds pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Also, that crazy magic guy said I should keep my magic journal, so I'm going to go over to my magic journal. I'll be there, and then it's like if you were able to correlate my normal journal to my magic journal, it picks it up. Hey guys, back. It's like a YouTube channel. Hey guys, back here in my magic journal, and so it's like if you can like match the dates or whatever, you can see the conversation I'm having like with myself almost, and I'm like, okay. So been really thinking about what the wizard guy was talking about, and like I start during this trip, I really start thinking about the spells that I know, or thinking about stuff that I've seen and spells I want to research, and thinking about it in a utility thing, especially since you just started talking to me about my mom, like me realizing the monster hunter thing. I'm starting to kind of think in that way of like, what are spells, not just in hide and seek, but what are spells that could distract monsters, could entrap monsters, kind of like a vision board of like, once I get to level 10, I can do this spell, like that kind of crap.
Yeah. You go.
Because I got nothing else to do on this fucking wagon.
And in this journey, like days kind of blend together quickly, and it's just a few moments, and you've spent the day traveling. Time has a weird sense while you're kind of dreaming here and going through these memories.
I got the greatest hits of the trip.
Yeah.
The best stuff.
You begin approaching the first town that you're going to kind of hit along the way. It's it has a name that I did write down, and I won't have to, call Milo.
Take a shot again.
Ravenholm. The dark city in the shadow of the mountain, Ravenholm, nestled up against the cliffside in this dense forest. You enter, and a couple of people give you glances just to check in, just seeing who the new people are in town, but most of the people here keep to themselves.
As we drive by in the wagon, I wink at them and give them finger guns.
Somebody, well, they just give you an eye. They're just watching as you do this. They're like, oh, who is that kid? And you make your way to a section of the town called Gray Street. These homes, as opposed to the others that were built with wood with the surrounding timber, these ones have been cut from the granite that this cliff of the city sets against. And these are more well-to-do homes, more estates.
Yeah, like I recognize rich shit.
Yeah, exactly. And you take the cart to one of them. Your mother talks with one of the guards that are out front, has them take the wagon to one of the stables, and you enter into Somon's house. And your mother and Somon begin talking. He says, Somon, good to see you. It has been quite some time since we have talked. I am merely passing through, no business to discuss. This is my son, Alister, Lord Rybang.
Somon, high five.
What is this, high five?
Well, it's like, see how my hand's up flat like this?
Yes.
You slap your hand flat against mine, and instead of like shaking hands, it's like a cool, quick way. It's like high five, boom. What's up?
I see. Oh, how fun. And he just kind of taps it.
Yeah, Somon.
A high five.
More like your mom. You know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Do not speak ill of my mother.
No, I'm playing around, Somon. Hey, high five. We're
high
cool.
Five. Your mother herself is quite the fair maiden. I am always delighted when you have come to our home.
Nice.
Jean. You're looking just to stay? You're not going to be on any hunts while in Ravenholm, are you? He says, no hunts. Like I said, we are just passing through. We're making our way down the road. If we could just stay the night, I would appreciate it, and a favor would be owed from the family. Oh, no need. You can stay whenever you'd like.
Yes.
Yes.
What was the wizard's name that I just met? I forgot. I didn't write it down.
The Archmage, and I didn't write down a name either.
Okay, perfect.
So I don't think he has a name.
But what was his school?
Rocklet.
Hey, Somon.
Yes.
I met the Archmage of Rocklet, and he said I could come study with him. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be
powerful wizard.
Yeah, I'm going to study under him, and I want to be the Archmage of Rocklet or something like that one day.
What is it you wish to be a wizard when you grow up?
Yeah, I've already been doing spells and stuff,
reading books and
I was casting spells
with nobles and telling people how to live their lives. I see the appeal.
No, not more like trying to help people, use my powers for good and that kind of stuff.
Oh, I see. To help.
Yeah, I don't care about what you politician, all this adult talk stuff.
Well, when you become as powerful as the Archmage, all you do is discuss politics and ways of preventing disaster from other nations. It is tiresome. That's why I never got into the business of politics.
Is there a way to be as powerful as the Archmage, but then just kind of roam the countryside and help people out?
There are ways to gain power in this world, young
awesome.
lord. And your mother just kind of interrupts and says, "That will be enough, Somond. Let's find our room."
Yeah.
Alister, come.
All right.
And takes you off to your quarters that are set up.
Can I get some sort of stew in a bread bowl in my room?
I will have them send it up.
Yes.
And you and your mother spend some time here.
Mom, there's nothing better than
house.
There's nothing better than a stew in a bread bowl at someone else's house. You know what I mean?
That's well said. It is very filling and comforting, and it makes you feel like you're home even when you're not home.
Exactly. I'm going to sleep like a baby on this weird pile of hay and feathers.
You have actual very nice quarters. paintings along the wall show scenes of like a moon over a lake. Some decorations of little carvings, things like that.
Cool.
Well-to-do guest quarters here. You're brought up stew and bread bowl.
Yes.
And it is filling and hearty and just tastes. I mean, it's dense. It's hearty. It's a thick stew. Is there anything you want to do?
My stew. I'm going to eat my stew, and I'm going to go over I've been ever since I talked with that Archmage. Like I've been very diligent about going over my spell book. Which in my adoration of seeing this Archmage, I didn't call it a spell book. I called it my magic journal or whatever I did, and I'm just going over it, and I'm really almost if you look at a book, you see the chapter list. I'm trying to really organize my spells and in the spells that I do know of and things I've read about and things of how just based off of the business that I would assume I'm peripherally aware of my family sort of being in and people I've seen around and taking his advice to heart. I'm just really trying to organize my thoughts because I am very serious about it.
Give me an investigation check.
All right. Natural 20 plus 2, bud.
Very good. So yeah, you at some point during the night, you sneak away a bit. You wander the halls. It's quiet. There's not a lot of people in this estate. But you do find yourself in a small, not library, but a study of some sort. It's got a map of the area kind of on the table. It's got some odd, artifacts, some weapons in a glass container, and there are a number of books. And you begin perusing through some of these. Some of them catch your attention. There's a couple that are very similar to books you've seen at the Chateau de Magnus. Things about different cults associated with things like vampires. Just histories of them, histories of definitely some histories of this local area. But one that catches your mind or catches your attention is a tome that details the life and work of some mage that once lived here in Javiel.
That would definitely catch my attention since I just got done talking to a mage. I'm definitely gonna thoroughly just sit down, crisscross applesauce, drop whatever I'm doing, and read that book.
Yeah, so you kind of sit in your meditative pose and are going through the book, kind of going through, jumping ahead to when you see notes on it, and
it's got someone wrote in the sides or whatever.
Well, there's the front of it has a breakdown of what is in the book, and and when you see reference this area, that was referenced someone else, and you kind of look ahead and you see,
gotcha.
This is that same canyon that they went through.
Okay,
so you get this kind of breadth of it. It details this wizard, this mage Melthrin. And the book calls him the first mage of Javiel.
Oh, interesting.
There are a number of spells that you've never heard of that he is said to have cast, that they have been long forgotten. And it is a history of this mage's work. The spells they created, the deeds they did.
Wow.
Talking with dragons to resolve some sort of peace, defeating frost giants in the mountains as a diplomatic mission to the dwarves of the north, traveling through different planes in search of ancient artifacts. And there's a few notes that you actually write into your journal for your kind of uncle's investigations that actually relate. You're you notice that there's mention of a canyon that has these 2 spires with dragon heads on them that you've never seen anywhere. But though that same canyon is something that Melthrin went to.
Wow, that's cool. I would assume that I just sit there and read this fucking book till like 4 a.m. or whatever.
And you do. You just pour through this thing.
And as I would imagine, as I start to get tired, I'm going to try to just, I would think I'd be able to take it back to my room, because my next thing would be to ask the dude in the morning, be like, hey, if we're taking off in the morning, I go, I promise I'll bring it back, but I want to read the rest of this. Can we do a library thing?
Gotcha.
So like once I start to get tired, I'm going to take it back to my room and lay down and like hold on to it, like it's my teddy bear. And then in the morning, when I see the high five dude, I'm going to be like, hey, can I borrow this book? And I'll make sure that like, we either have it shipped back or, whatever it is.
Yeah, let's say it's the next morning now, and
Perfect.
You are departing. Jean has said her goodbyes. They have come to some sort of agreement when she'll be back. Seems that she's done business with them before. And
I'll walk up to him like a big kid and hold up the book and like, hey, I was reading this last night, and this is really interesting. There's a lot of stuff in here that I really, really like. Like, obviously, couldn't get through it all in one evening. Would it be awesome and cool if I could
if you were to perhaps take this book, read the extent of it, gather its information, perhaps
yes,
Mage Melthrin is a wizard that you want to be like.
We're
young
on the
Lord.
same wavelength. and then once I've gotten all my notes and all that sort of stuff, I'll totally ship it back to you.
He kind of puts his hand on the book and looks down and says, "You never let someone else borrow a book. You give them the book. This is yours, young lord.
That's so
Read
awesome.
it, enjoy it, and when we see each other again, perhaps we can discuss my favorite mage."
No kidding. Hey, high five.
High five.
Yes.
And he gives you a nice wink.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm gonna read this book probably at least 500 times. I don't know.
Well, you might be catching up with me then.
Ooh.
And you are on the road again.
Yes.
Traveling.
Mom, that guy was
away from
awesome.
the
He let me take this
city.
book. Do you see this book? Isn't it awesome? It's about this mage and there's all this cool stuff. I'm sorry. I got to go back to reading.
Yes, just be careful with your dealings with the Somond. He
seems awesome. He was the first one to give me a high five. He let me borrow this book.
He was.
Yeah.
And so you trust him more now, yes? You
Well,
may be
I guess so.
more.
He seems nice.
You may be more willing to do something he might ask of you.
I mean, if it's right.
If it at least sounds right coming from someone that has given you a reason to trust them.
Yeah.
So Mond has
he seems
given
like an
me
alright guy.
many reasons to trust him, and we do business with him. But he has given others many reasons to distrust him. Just be careful.
Yeah, okay.
See people for who they are, not just in front of you.
So do you think I should send the book back even though he said I could keep it?
He gave you the book.
Yeah.
It's a tool. Use this tool to better yourself and those skills you wish to push forward.
But keep my head on a swivel.
That's a good way of putting it.
Nice. Mom, you rock. High five.
And she high fives and then just gives you a little hug as well.
Yeah, I hug her back and I go, look, Mom, one day the high five is going to catch on and you're going to be at the ground floor.
I've known this ever since I received my first high five.
That's why you're the best, Mom.
Oh, my young lord. And you begin traveling. Nice blue skies ahead.
Nice.
Fluffy clouds and the open road. Leaving Ravenholm, you get into more open grasslands. Trees dot kind of the hillsides around, and to your right, to the north, is just this mountain. These snow-capped mountains that just go from, horizon to horizon,
Okay.
to the north, and you're kind of on this bottom valley of it, and you get a sense like you've seen these mountains before, but you don't remember where.
Okay. Huh.
But you make your way.
Okay.
You.
So I feel like we're like going in a circle type of thing.
No. It seems like you're headed towards the west.
Okay.
The horizon and the land, the features towards the west
Would it be
are getting
something that
smaller.
like maybe I saw like drawn in a book or something, or
Maybe.
described in a book.
Give me a history check.
Yes.
34.
No, not 18.
18?
14 plus 4.
14 plus 4. Nothing described in a book.
Unfortunately,
You do notice that some of the mountains are described. You see kind of two of them that are back the way you came, a bit more to the east.
Yeah.
That is where the frost giants in the Mage Melthrin book.
Oh,
Those were the mountains that they were from.
I'm doing a Lord of the Rings here, bud.
Yeah.
I'm very excited.
But you continue.
I'll tell my
on.
mom that. I'll go in the book that I was reading. That over there, this is where he fought the frost giants and like all the way over there.
Very
So
nice.
cool.
So we should stay away from those mountains.
I mean, unless you want to go fight some frost giants, Mom.
Oh, I haven't fought frost giants in a long time.
Holy crap! You fought frost giants?
Well, a couple.
No, did you? Well, yeah, of course. I guess you won.
Yes, me and Gaston had to make sure and take care of some.
Uncle Gaston, you fought frost giants?
Yes.
God, you're so much cooler than I thought you were, Mom.
It takes time. You'll
Yeah.
get there too.
So, like, are you as powerful as the Archmage? Then, I mean, the frost giants. It's a big deal.
It depends on what you mean by powerful. I
Like
think...
wizard, like if you guys were like casting spells against each other, boom, 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 power v power.
Oh no, I don't think I could ever defeat the Archmage in a one-on-one duel. But
Okay.
if I needed to do something about the Archmage, it would be done.
Oh, sneaky, sneaky. Mom's got some drow assassins. That's crazy. All right. Well, I mean, you're kind of freaking me out, but, I know you love me, so hopefully you don't, take me out while I
Well,
sleep.
Just remember that if anyone wanted to hurt you, they would have to go through me first.
Nice. I'm going to talk so much shit when I'm a teenager.
And she kind of like looks wistfully off the horizon.
And it fades to black.
And she thinks of her cousin or her brother Bairn and looks back at the iron-bound aboleth chest and thinks maybe this is not a good idea. As the day turns into the next day and the next,
Sure.
and you
We fast forward.
fast forward.
We montage.
Yeah. And you come across not a town, not a city or anything, but a couple of buildings as you find rest for the night. You head into the local inn. Your mother asks one of the patrons there, giving them a bit of gold to keep watch on the wagon overnight as it's out in the open. Says, we'll be staying here tonight. This is a safe place. I don't think anything too rowdy will happen. But like you said, keep your head on a swivel. And you are in...
Yeah, that's a lingo, Mom. You got it.
you are in, this tavern, this inn. There's, probably 6 or 7 patrons here. Mostly, woods people that make their living gathering herbs or hunting the local wildlife.
Okay.
and
Very trapper, keeper, forger.
Exactly, yeah, those kinds of people. But
Just having a beer after a long day of...
Yeah. There's a couple of people there that are sharing stories about the different animals they were hunting. There's one that goes on about it's like, I was hunting the elk for half the day, I think, slowly sneaking along as it was making its way, trying to find a mate. That's how you get them. You get them distracted, and then you go in for the kill.
Ooh, and that's where we leave you for this week, my chaotic crew. Yes, Riff's episode extra long. As I said up top, who knows what's going to happen? Well, I do, but you don't. Hey, tune into the Metagame Minute on Thursday. Something very special for you. And until then, grab your swords and keep on adventuring.
Follow us across all platforms with Chaotic Amateurs. Please subscribe, rate, and review our show on your podcast app of choice to help us climb the charts and find new adventurers. Or become a patron on Patreon to help our heroes continue their quest. Thank you for listening to Chaotic Amateurs.